All right, trade deadline time. Been on a pretty good run, 8-1-1. So something that we're doing here is working a little bit. I know it's not geeky here on this first line, but you know, Batherson injured. We've had a ton of injuries this season, and yeah, I know a bunch of people saying turn down the injuries. It's not realistic. I'd say it is realistic. I mean, injuries happen constantly in the NHL. We turned them down so it wouldn't be too ultra realistic. So yeah, injuries and shit happen. Sometimes they're worse than others, and oftentimes it correlates with how much depth you have, and we have a ton in the AHL right now. So that's part of the, probably a little bit of the reason why it's happening a bit more than usual, and also, well, it's just happening a bit more than usual. Some years are worse than others in the case of injuries. So I've been doing these settings 20 and 20 for a long, long time. I mean, you've seen it earlier in the series. We had, like, no injuries. Right now we have some injuries. Yeah, another thing. People demanding that I bring back Tom Wilson. And it's cheap enough that, alright, if he's on the fourth line, he's on the fourth line. So let's bring back Tom Wilson. Oh man, he wants such a cheap deal. We're not going to do 2 years. I mean, we could, but no, we're going to do year by year for Tom now. Alright, let's see. 0.85, and I do apologize if you hear some white noise in the background. I have my in-room air conditioner on as well as my main air conditioner because it is going to be scorching hot in where I live for the next few days. I think today it's supposed to get to like 107, which is not cool. And I'm going to convert that really quick for you people in Celsius. Yeah, almost 42 degrees Celsius. So all you Finns and all you other people out there who are smart and use the metric system. Yeah. Hot. I know Finns especially right now are just noping their way to fuck thatville. Cause yeah, you guys were complaining when it was up to like 28 Celsius, which is I think around like, I don't know, at least like around 80 degrees Fahrenheit when I was there in Finland. People were complaining it's too hot, and I'm fucking loving it as a Californian. I'm just like, oh, this is perfect. This is nice. It was, with the humidity, though. I can feel that. It was getting a little warm. But, man, 70 to 75 degree summers, man. What a life! You just have to deal with the winter. Okay, that's probably the only extension I'm going to do as I ramble here. And there's something else now. After I went on the... Oh, yeah! The possibility of trading Bjorklund. Selling high on Bjorklund, essentially. Now... The logic behind this is that his value probably isn't going to be any higher. He wants money. Obviously, he actually doesn't want to sign here, and Ice Warrior's ready. And we're actually going through a bit of another transition period where we're likely moving on from our coach. And that was another thing people were. I'll just ask demanding that I fire the coach. Yeah, I was mentioning it. I was thinking about it. I had my eyes on him. Chemistry isn't quite there, and if it's, if the system isn't, or if, we're not performing as well as we can, definitely time to move on. But you can see here, Bjorklund doesn't want to come back. Stat-wise, he could maintain the stat growth, but, again, also, his value is likely not ever going to be higher than it is right now. It sucks, because he's done well for us, especially in the playoffs. He's been god tier in the playoffs, man. But... he doesn't want to come back. We'd have to overpay him. Who knows? We were able to get Ice Warrior at least for 2 years. He will remain RFA, I believe, after that. I think I signed him to that. So I guess we sell high now on Bjorklund and try to pick up another goaltender, at least to back up Ice Warrior in this deal. So there's a few options that we had. The Islanders aren't going to be really willing to do it. Okay, so the Oilers were one. Dallas was another, who is still shit. They have some, middling goaltenders. We could take Elvis back for a year and then try to get a pick. We're not going to be able to get there first. I know someone said try to get there first. That's probably not happening. Like, they don't want to part with that first. I can maybe throw in a sweetener or something. Like our second or something. Like, swap the picks. Let's see what they say to that. I doubt it because they don't want to give up that first. So, yeah. What the heck do we grab for Bjorklund? Be great to get it first, obviously, but that's simply not happening. We get their second. Maybe their second from next year. I'd love... if I'm getting something, give me 2 seconds. Yep. Okay. So we got Elvis in 2 seconds for Bjorklund. Now, that's going to hurt some chemistries here, or morale and stuff here, but if we feel Ice Warrior's ready, then we throw him into that role. He's going to get the starting time for the run. They had very similar stats, so we'll see how he does in the starting role. Elvis will back him up. And we're waiting on Batherson to come back. And I believe we covered just about everything that people were talking about and asking. We're going to extend Wilson. Talked about the coaching thing. I'm not necessarily going to fire him right now. I mean, we're still in a playoff position, but we're likely moving on from him at the end of this year. Watch us win the cup now. We'll just absolutely steamroll our way to the cup. Okay, so I think that's it. Yeah, I'm like, there's some stuff we could add, but I don't think we're in that. Another thing. Do I call up Koskaranta and Pumanovs? Or leave him down there to tear it up? 52 points. Yeah, 50 points. They're not, like, crushing it, but they also have +5 chemistry. And bringing them into here, we don't necessarily have the room. I'd be playing them 4th line. Like, if we had a weaker 3rd line, I'd absolutely do it. But we got Hornqvist and Lapierre's not as important, but we can't really play him lower than this. It's Hornqvist mainly that we don't, I don't want to screw him up by any means, or for any reason. Yeah, I'm just going to leave him to tear up the AHL. It's, you could give him that depth ice time, but honestly, I think they'll be fine. Koskaranta's already 81, he's at 19. Pumanov's he is 21, he's a bit on the older side. I will grant you that. But again, they have +5 chemistry there, so if he's going to jump, he's going to jump. If he's, it's at this point, it's survival of the fittest. Bolin was a late first. What was Pumanov's? Also a late first. So a couple late first snipers. We're seeing which one will pan out. Mears, I'm pretty sure, was that as well. So yeah, a couple guys here. Just trying to see which one pans out. Looks like we're going to do 3rd line, scoring line. With however we do things. That's kind of what it's looking like in Natchez. I know he's temporary right now, but could likely be, pretty long term, as Ericsson's already ready. Koskaranta, or sorry, pretty short term, as Ericsson's ready. Koskaranta's should be coming up. So, yeah. All right, I think that will just about do it. Adding, you maybe get like a better depth piece, and then where do you play that depth piece? Like that's the only thing I can think of, like playing him on the 4th line or something like that. Meh, we're fine. I think we'll be fine here. So. Let's just go past the deadline towards the end of the season, get ourselves in the playoffs, and see how we do. Again, we're still in a transitionary period a little bit, especially now that we've swapped goaltenders initially. We haven't, punted on the season, but given up Bjorklund, it's like, okay, well, you're not, with how good he's been, it's like, you're not exactly going all in. So we're seeing how we're going to do. Wow, no trade notifications. Hartman, Wilson, Lapierre all accepted their extensions. Kenny Burrish, he was not out. And I'd love to play this guy a bit higher, but it just was. I mean, I could just throw him up here. I'm going to put him onto the 2nd line for the rest of the season. It's not like he gets chemistry anywhere else, so. And I don't necessarily want to move Mears off because that's, it's a +5 friggin' chemistry. All right. Drake the Snake is back. Look at that morale for him. He's having himself a goddamn good season. All right, Tampa fired their coach. We won a nice series of games. That's pretty good defense in there, I'm not going to lie. Let's do some scouting real quick, but you saw those games. Ice Warrior maybe holding it down. All right, continuing on here. First kind of rough loss right there. But mostly the defense has been quite solid. Koskaranta, good. Mild concussion, awesome. Well, he's not out for too long, fortunately. So we just throw in Clark. And he'll lock it down for a couple days. Oh, no, never mind. Kenny Burrish also goes out with injury. Awesome. And that was he's done. And he's actually just done. Cool. Okay. Let's just throw in a defenseman. There you go, Fairbury. Alright, that'll be Clark's spot whenever he comes in. Or whenever Cascarante's back. There he is. Okay. So Cascarante goes back in. And unfortunately, Burish is not looking good. Alright. Come on. Give me 50. There we go. Ugh. Our offense kind of dried up a little bit at the end. He had a minor injury too. Amazing. Oof. Rough loss to end the season. Not a good one. We did get a 50-win season, but that wasn't the strongest end of the season. I will say that. At times our offense dried up. At times our defense dried up. It wasn't exactly ideal. 70 locker room chemistry. Casablanca had an 84-point season. Killing it. Oh, we were second in the Met. 3-2-3-2-6-6. Not bad, but not where we want to be. Power play was bad. Like, yeah, that needs to be a lot better. 85% penalty kill isn't bad, though. I don't think we're going to be anywhere near the tops here. Oops. Goals for per game. No. Top 10, sure, but not where we want to be. Goals against. In the top, yeah, we're just in the top 5, so that's not bad at least. Power play. Middle of the pack at best. Penalty kill. Top. No. Yeah, no. Middle of the pack as well. Okay. Yeah. Not exactly an optimal year for us. So you definitely got an idea. Maybe a coaching change. Maybe a different voice is needed. Wow. Nature's so close, but Casablanca beat him and had less games played. Look at that. Thank you, Natchez, for not getting injured at least. 84 points for Casablanca, 32 goals. Natchez with his 83, 64 assists. That should have put him near the top for the NHL lead. Batherson, 77 points. Hell yeah. Eriksson, 54 points. Not bad, but with the power play time, I kind of wanted it to be a bit higher. Bolin with 52, same kind of deal. He did get 30 goals, though, so okay. High note, 52 points. 26 goals. Lapierre with 46. Hornqvist 35. 20 goals. I like that. Hartman 32. Fantastic fourth liner. Janssen Fjellby 31. Dano Wilson was pretty awful. Defensively, Chikrin 47 points plus 25. Dunn only had 20, man. I don't know what the hell the and then Rosso. Alright. -6. He's the only minus somehow. Ice Warriors numbers did shoot up. They really did. What did Elvis do with us? He is okay with us. He didn't get the wins, but he has a 9-11. Bush did it, and 2-5-4. Ice Warrior. Yeah, honestly. It was... At the end of the day, got 35 starts. Pretty fucking good numbers, man. A 9-1-8 and a 2-4-2. Like, he was at a 9-0-8 before, and I want to say his goals against was in the 2.7 range. So, yeah, he really did good at the end of the season. And that's good for us. Very good for us. He's sitting kind of right where you want him, in the 80s, 80, 85s. Yeah. Pretty damn good. Darius Martindale. No one cracked 100 points, but Darius Martindale had 98. Look who's below him. Matt Walsh, 96 points. But he's taken home the Maurice Richard. I'm telling you, man, this is probably one of the sicker builds that we've ever seen here. We don't often see a two-way that we've created produce this well, but Matthew Walsh just said F that and is a beast. And we'll see how close he is to a possible Selke there. 71 assists for Wright. Yeah, Natchez was in second, but 71 assists for Shane. Looks like maybe the Senators have figured it out. We'll see. Who's the most... He only had one game winner. Who's the most clutch? Probably like Roslovic. Or Hughes, technically. Yeah, maybe Jack Hughes is the most clutch. Power play goal leader, Matthews still with 20. Power play point totals, Matthews with 33. Shorties, Mason McTavish with 5. Look at that hair. Did he change potential? Maybe not. I guess not. 3rd overall pick. Yeah, I guess so. I'm thinking, I'm like, what? Fuck, dude, I apparently didn't pay. Oh, yeah, I didn't pay, like... I don't know. I know this last draft I didn't pay enough attention to, but... Anyway. Shorty point totals. It was McTavish. Why do I just have no recollection of him getting taken at 3rd overall? Alright. Selke, let's see. Maybe Zegers Beniers are in the conversation. Oh, man, it has to be Walsh this year. It has to be, man. 57%, 177 hits. That ratio, block shots, pretty good. With all those points, he's a plus 28, dude. He's got to get the Selke, right? Horvat won it last season. We see him there with 55%. Yeah, it's got to be Walsh, man. It's gotta be, right? There's a 56 for Barkov. So maybe he can give him a run. I don't know, though. We'll see. Nemec, once again. Jesus Christ. 73 points and a plus 33. He's just absolutely owning the Norris now. Absolutely. Oh, he's on a pretty good deal for the next couple of years as well. 61 points for Mo. And, yeah. Plus 12. Not bad. Not too shabby. Then we'll check on the goaltenders. And yes, Bjork. Well, I mean, never mind. Doesn't matter. Kochetkov. Holy shit. 9-2-3, 2-2-3. Man, I would have to give a tie for Husso, even though no one in the world's gonna guess him. I know he's only got one shutout, but look at that record. Shit team compared to Kochetkov. And then look at that. Like, you could even make an argument for Jari. But I think Kochetkov is just too high above anyone else. Yeah. Bjorklund. Okay, Bjorklund's overall numbers got a lot better with Dallas. Let's actually see how he did with Dallas. Oh, it just shows those stats. That's right. Okay, so he did a 919 and 244 with Dallas. He really helped them out, which is pretty, honestly, to what he was doing for us before this season. So good. Maybe Dallas, if they fucking sign him, we'll have a good goaltender. I am going to miss this, however. Even though it was only one season to that. Yeah. Oh, man. All right. Good luck, Bjorklund. And, yeah, Kochetkov, just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Oops. There's some other stuff I need to look at. Rooks. Okay. Rooks. Okay, Mats Eriksson. Mats Eriksson still going to win the Calder. 54 points. Hopefully that gives him a nice little boost. There we go. Any rookie goaltender is going to steal the Thunder, man? You have a chance. The only one who could is Ice Warrior, but probably not enough games played. If you had those numbers in like a full season, you could make an argument, but yeah. Alrighty, and that will do it. We're taking on the Rangers in the first round, but in the West, the Avs and the Coyotes, the Blues and the Wild, the Kraken and the Oilers, and the Sharks and the Canucks. And in the East, us against the Rangers, Jonas Rantala and company, and then Carolina and New Jersey. Oh, New Jersey made it! Hype! New Jersey, be a dad. Be a dad and eliminate the Canes for us, thanks. Then Toronto and Buffalo, and then the Panthers and the Flyers. So I'm counting, let's see, obviously us, but then the Rangers, the Devils, Buffalo, Toronto, and the Flyers. That's member teams on this side. On the other side, you got the Arizona member team, St. Louis member team, Kraken member team, Oilers member team, and Sharks member team. So 5 on each side with members on them. So yeah, here we go. There you go. Y'all are in it. You're in it to win it now. Missing is Dallas. Let's see what New York has to offer us. Lafreniere, Rantala on the top line, and Panarin, who has declined quite heavily. Vesalainen, Lambert, Ylinen. Othman, Donato, Capo. Still playing third line. Age 28, Yarncroke, Ruzicka, and Korczak. You know, it's pretty okay. Not like elite, but it's pretty okay. Oh, there it is. Theodore, Fox, Lundqvist, Miller, Trafford, and Kniazev. Wow, that's pretty good defensive core. Gustafsson and Sogard, so a couple Swedes in net form. Or, no, he would be Norwegian, right? Yeah, or, okay. I struck the fuck out right there. Oh, yeah, that's the wrong... Yeah. Dang, okay. Yep. Take the L. Take the massive L. Okay, alright. You look at our... Compare them to our lines. Casablanca, I mean... We should be better overall. We got better depth, too. Defensively. As we're playing Rosso up here now. Gasgard. Those have been okay for us. We got things we could switch around. Let's make sure that Ice Warrior's going to start, even though you should. Yeah. We should do well. We'll see. It's how good does Ice Warrior want to sim? You know, he's still below that age 24, 25 threshold for goalies, which can make them sim a little bit interestingly in the playoffs. We'll see what happens here. Home ice advantage against the Rags. Game 1. Offense, you need to help them out. Don't make it too difficult on them. Well, 2-0 shutout. Ice Warrior did great. Offense didn't show up. Game 2. Okay. Thank you, Ice Warrior, but offense, we won that game, but I got to make some changes, man. I absolutely got to make some changes after that. That's awful. No points for the top line. No points for the second line. Very interesting. Okay, we're going to go with some experience here. LaPierre goes up. I'll leave Wilson there. Yeah, I'll just bring LaPierre. It's not really Ericsson's fault, but... I'm going to do this, though. I'm going to get us a bit... It's not like we were hurting for shutdown, though. But I'm still going to move up Hornqvist. Heino, LaPierre, and Hornqvist. And we're going to go at Bolin, Eriksson, Wilson. Have Wilson just go in and forecheck and let the kids work. We'll see what happens. This is just a bit more shutdown. I don't know. Defense has been fine, man, but we cannot score. I'm leaving the first line together because they need to fucking figure it out. 1-1 series on the road now. Game 3. We've scored 1 goal in 2 games. 4-3 loss. Fuck me. Game 4. Okay, apparently those lines aren't it. Ugh. We're scoring, but not really. Jeez, first line hasn't scored a lick. Not once. You're off. Can't move Casablanca. He's got no fucking points. Holy shit. This is fucking awful. I don't know what to do. It's legitimately awful, man. Holy shit, we have a forward coach now. Yeah, he's fucking gone, dude. He's so gone. We're going to try to get favorable matchups here, I guess. We're going to leave Batherson top line, I guess. Just try to get Heino some... I don't know. Fucking hell, man. Ugh. Down 3-1 here against the Rags. Home ice for game 5. And we lose an OT 6-5, dude. That was awful. Absolutely atrocious. Oh my god. Damn, I mean, Ice Warrior stats are going to be shit, but he did pretty freaking good in the beginning of this series when we gave him 0 support. We should have won those first 2 games. Hands down. Those are both winnable games. These 2, we should have won both of them. We won 1, luckily. Should have won both of them. But after that, 4-3, 6-1... That's on Ice Warrior right here. This one, he's got to... We score 5 for him. He's got to shut the door. You could even argue this one. If he was more experienced, I'd say that one we got to win 2. We scored 3. But, goddamn. Offense shit the bed in the first 2 games. Came alive, sort of. But it wasn't enough. I don't even want to check stats, but I'm gonna, because I gotta see what the hell happened there. Woof. Yeah, that's not good enough. 2 goals for, 3.6 against. Power play was still... Yeah, everything was shat the bed there. We just got completely demolished by the Rangers. Completely demolished. Bolin is the one who led in points. Him and Wilson. And LaPierre. Eriksson with 2 points. This is... Oh my god, 0 points for our Casablanca Natchez all had 0. They both had 0 points. Unacceptable. Simply unacceptable. I'd be tempted to rip the A off of Casablanca's jersey after that. Super tempted, but we're going to switch the coach first. The coach is always the first to go. Ice Warriors started hot and completely tapered off, but the whole team around him was garbage, so I'm not even going to blame him. He's a young goaltender. We threw him to the Wolves, essentially, and the team was awful. The team was absolutely awful, so big changes are made. Coach, you know what? We're going to send a fucking message. Oh, I can't fire him? I can't fire him after we're eliminated? Well, he's gone. I just wanted to be able to fire him on camera. Alright, fine. I guess I'll fire him in the off season here. I'll fire him whenever it lets us. Okay, I'll check contracts once again, just to see if there's anything we want to take care of real quick. I don't think so, though. Yeah, Dunn doesn't want to come back now, so he's gone. Foot's gone, probably. Yeah. CynFtWProductions, do you want a good deal? Not really, man. I'll wait on that. Dano, probably. Yeah, he's down to bottom 6 now. He's got to go. Yeah, this is last season. Geeky, I probably won't get back. Capobianco, what is he taught? No, he's listed as depth. He just... Huh, interesting. He's just morale down right now. We got to bring up Burish for no matter what. There's some other guys here who... Cascaranta should be ready for third line. Hopefully Pumanovs will too. Otherwise, it's not looking good for him. But we need these guys with X factors to pan out. Crowder, I'm really stoked about. Also, he's got no X factors, but I'm hoping he can become like, man, third liner. He was a 7th round selection, man. He was a 7th round selection, and the guy's panning. I can add X factors, to be fair, but maybe. All right, I know people are calling for it for other teams, but I always feel weird about doing it for my own team, even though you can. I don't know. I wish it wasn't the end-all be-all for chemistry. And I know chemistry isn't the end-all be-all. And we also have a power forward who's likely going to make it here in Nurmi. Like, we have a lot of guys about to come up. We do. So we'll definitely make some room in the bottom 6 here. But yeah, it might be a bit tight. We honestly might go with like 4 different scoring lines. Just rookies on that 4th line. That might be what happens here. And then just try to balance out some ice time. And with a new coach, I guess we'll find out what the heck happens, but we're absolutely moving to a new coach. We'll look internally, of course, see if any of them may work out for us, but if not, we'll look, you know, in the coaching pool and stuff like that. So, bit of a brief video, but we just got our asses handed to us by New York. Xinthi's cheering, and Jonas Rantala marches on to the 2nd round, and we march on home. All right. So we'll see what we could do in the offseason to sort of get ourselves back to more contending status. So let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next one.